This is Thursday, November 28th, 2024. The current time is 4:10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thanksgiving Day. Um, what I have for today, which it should be a very slow, moderately slow-paced day today because so many stocks are closed today and very few futures contracts are open, and there's different times when things close today, so I expect not much movement today. I don't think it's a great day to trade, even though most people are off today, and people like myself who has a regular, actual physical job during the week and can actually have off on today, and then it's always going to be slow. But that's how it goes a lot of time on weekends and holidays and stuff, where just algos get turned off and all that good jazz. So what I have mapped off for today, where I have alerts set at 4, is 67.33 and roughly 70.44. So if those alerts go off, that's the more extremes for potential for today. That's what I have mapped off, and you can see, like, on a statistical basis, that's extremely highly unlikely, improbable that either one of those will hit today, just because that's outside the realm of positive 3 deviation and negative 3 deviation. Negative 4 deviation right here, and then yeah, it's just highly, highly, highly improbable that those will hit today. And I totally agree with that. More likely, what will happen today is that the statistical mean from the anchored VWAP will be more playful area today. That's going to be either the area where it's going to gravitate towards or reject from, etc., or vice versa. It may go past that a little bit, and that may make some support. What sucks is knowing that ahead of time. You don't know. Nobody knows. We're all just guessing. But usually the halfway level, the statistical mean, can make resistance. It repainted. This is one of the ones that does repaint very heavily. It is an anchored VWAP from day to day, from 6 hours ago, 8 hours ago, whatever. It's repainted because it didn't show the statistical mean right here last night before I went to sleep. So it repainted it to make it where the statistical mean made rejection point already. If it got into like negative 3 deviation right here, let's say, for instance, and it would have had a more powerful move to the upside, as long as no bad news catalyst came out. And I haven't looked at the 5-minute chart at all. Well, I messed up already this morning. I should have looked at the 5-minute chart earlier, because I've been up since 2:30, and roughly at 3 o'clock to 3:15 is when it had a better potential for movement to the upside or reversal to the upside. On my mobile, it shows roughly 3 o'clock to, which that would have definitely made me think that it can go up, to about 3:15 right here. You had your first green candle, so that's more positive. Yeah. But look at those wicks though right here. That would have took you out. So, and that's your first red candle. And that kind of sucks, that movement. It would have chopped up a whole lot of people. But anyway, it did show on mobile right here that it was good potential for reversal to the upside. And right now you're in the middle, so potential for upside or downside is either anyone's guess right now. I really hate it when it's what I consider to be in the middle. It's neither overbought or oversold right now on the 5-minute chart, so that always sucks. It's not good to think it'll go up or down, because it's you have to wait for more higher extension in either direction. And also at about, let's see here, 1:30 in the morning, while I'm thinking about it, About 1:30 in the morning, it did show that you're near a potential peak, and that showed it properly. To the 5 minute chart is just on point here lately. It's just one of those things. It's just absolutely correct, and it's one of the most simple freaking setups that anyone can have too, and it's just insane with how accurate it is. Uh, well, while I'm still here again and reviewing it, at exactly 12 o'clock, it showed potential for reversal to the upside right here, and then it did go up. So the 5 minute time frame is definitely on point still. It's highly accurate. And if you're wondering about any of my setup here or what I have, I mean, it's all free stuff. Nothing I have is paid for. Nothing. It's all from different sources from the internet where people just share, their ideas and their setups and stuff and information that I've collected and gathered over the many years. And I'm happy with this setup. It's not overly, a lot of this stuff I just don't pay attention to. These lines here I don't pay any attention to. The moving averages on the 1 minute time frame are so. They're more or less what I use the moving averages for is for the 30 minute time frame. Yes, the 1 minute can have some support on a 200 moving average, and it shows directional shifts too, potentially whenever the 9 moving average, the purple one, goes above the 50, and then whenever the 9 goes above the 200, and then whenever the 50 goes above the 200, you're showing more bullish potential movement. That's what it's showing there. And it's not like I really pay super huge attention to that. It's just whenever I see, in my candle color setup is definitely better than most people. I have the yellow, red, and green. It shows stagnation. It shows downward movement, stagnation, upward movement, upward movement, upward movement, upward movement, stagnation, potential for rejection. Then the ATR trailing stop is one of the ones that shows that if it drops below that, then it may choose to go lower. If that makes some support, then technically you don't supposed to leave your long position until it breaks below it right here. Once it breaks below, then even though it does show up some more green candles, and then it's getting more choppy here anyway, and you're getting a whole lot of sell volume at 150. So 150 shows extreme amount of sell volume, and then it gets picked up eventually somewhere. Anyway, that's about too much gobbledygook, and that's probably just, if you have any questions, if you happen to see this, and you can ask questions, and I'll try to get back to you. That's today shouldn't be overly, rambunctious in either direction. I highly doubt, like I said, that either one of my higher and low price points will be tagged today. It's just totally illogical. It's gonna be one of those days where the scalpers or players that can do the 1 minute time frame or 5 minute time frame will probably rack up the money. And I don't know about like the 1 year, 1 day time frame, if that's any better or not. This is the first time I've even looked at it in a very, very long time. You're towards the lower end of the spectrum where it can be picked up, where over the past 1 year the low has already been tagged. So can it go lower? Sure. Can it gravitate back up towards 73.15? Sure. That's your gravitational point on the year. That doesn't mean that it will tag right now. It just means that eventually it will, or eventually it will try to, or eventually it may not. It may just keep on dipping. But overall, that's the halfway point on the 1 year, 1 day. At extreme level, as -3 deviation at 58.28, that'd be a spot where many algorithms would pick it up. Yesterday it shows up as being mostly sell volume, I think, or about half and half. I hate when my screen bounces around. So far on today it shows up as being mostly sell volume, but that doesn't mean a hell of a whole lot. But you are more in a downward move than an upward move. on the 1 year, 1 day. On a 30-minute time frame, you've just entered or attempting in the past 21 minutes of entering into an upward move. But it's not, overly bullish or bearish. I mean, you've had since at least 1:30 on the 30-minute time frame of being bearish. And now it's attempting to flip. You can't say, like, anything is certain. If you do talk in certainties, I think you're a fool anyway. If you think you know everything, or if you think that your way of viewing things are correct, then I think you're a fool. You have to be open to other ideas and ways of thinking, or you're just very, very foolish. Because nothing is guaranteed. Nothing is. It's like that old saying: you believe nothing you hear and only half of what you see. Right? And you're hearing me and you're viewing my chart, so everything I say might be just totally inaccurate as well. So, anyway, it's more than likely going to be a slow day. I really do believe that. Hope you're happy, healthy, well. Goodbye.